Hey, what's up guys? So today for you I've got a Dagannoth Kings guide. They're really straightforward boss to kill. All you need is 3 different combat styles. I would highly suggest using War Priest armor, either that or Void. Void is a bit more annoying though because it has lower defense as well as you have to switch out your helm. Although I am also on Slayer Task right now, so if you have Dagannoth Slayer Task that helps a lot because the damage buff that you get. Then I've also got a Dragon Rider Amulet here, because that helps to buff the Dragon Breath ability for magic, as well as it gives decent stats and a fairly nice prayer bonus. Ascension Bolts for my Ascension Crossbows, which I'm using for ranged, Drygores for melee, and a Chaotic Staff for mage. I've got Colonelrancer's Gloves 10 there. They give a pretty nice damage buff, and also they're really cheap. And I've got a Ring of Wealth here. It helps out a fair amount, although it's not necessary by any means. Also a Sign of Item Protection, that just helps in case you disconnect. The servers have been a bit odd recently, and so I've been bringing one with me pretty much everywhere, because you don't want to lose one of your weapons here. Like, that could just be annoying, especially for me, because I hate dungeoneering and I don't want to get my Chaotic Staff back. Yeah, and then so for my inventory I've got a couple Supreme Overloads, a couple Super Prayers, I've got 10 Super Restore Flasks, I've got some Rock Tails, a second pack Yak Pouch, some Winter Storage Scrolls for banking items, and then in my Yak I've got 19 Rock Tails, 6 Super Restore Flasks, because at this point you're starting to run out of them in your regular inventory, and then 5 more Rock Tails. Alright, so now you're going to be running through Waterbirth Island. The path to get to the Dagannoth Kings isn't too hard to get through at all. The only issue is that there's a few monsters on the way, nothing too harsh though. You're easily able to counteract the damage you take, whether if you just want to eat, or I choose to, midway through, I use Guthix's Blessing to heal most of the damage I take. Also, you're going to want to be using Surge as often as possible throughout this in order to minimize the damage. So now you'll see me coming through here, about to use Surge right here, because this point is a point where you take a ton of damage due to the whatever they're called. I have no clue how to pronounce them, like Wassiliskis, Wallisakis, I don't know. What are they even talking about when they say that, Jags? Anyways, so yeah, so you climb down the ladder, you just follow this path that I'm taking here. Throughout your path though, you're going to want to be attacking the Dagannoths. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but what you do is you tag them and then you just start spamming abilities. When you spam abilities, as long as you're spam clicking as well to run, then your adrenaline will go up, but you won't attack them, so you won't stop running. This allows your adrenaline to go up, and then midway through you're able to use Guthix's Blessing to heal almost all of the damage that you take through this. Alright, so now you want to come around this corner. You're going to see that ladder there, leads you down to the Dagannoth Kings. Check it now. If someone's there, just come over here and hop. Real easy to do. Don't crash people here, it's easy to find a world. Alright, now once you've found a world, you're going to want to come down here, back to the ladder. Activate all your prayers that you want to have active. I suggest Protect from Item, Deflect Magic for the start, and Anguish. Also make sure to drink a dose of your Supreme Overload or regular Overload, as well as Super Prayer. You're going to want to go down there and attack the one that's using magic first, as this guy seems to do the most damage. Pretty straightforward. You want to make sure you're killing him with range. Magic and melee won't do any damage to him whatsoever. Also make sure that your health doesn't dip too low. This is one of the only points where you'll ever have to eat during the kills, as long as you do them properly and you don't like AFK too much. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Then after him, I suggest going straight towards the guy that uses ranged, which you then at that point you switch into your melee weapons, because he is completely immune to range and magic. Pretty straightforward. You continue to kill him. He's a lot easier though, because now you'll have higher adrenaline, and also at that point I highly suggest that you switch over to Soul Split, because you'll be able to get a lot more of your health back. So now when you're killing Rex, the one that uses melee, this is the point where you should go and pick up your drops, because you're able to stun him and he can't attack you, and this also helps to delay the kills, because you don't want the kills too close to each other, otherwise then they could spawn on you like multiple at a time, and that will be just as hard as killing 3 at the first time. That's the hardest part of this. Other than that, as long as you have, you know, decent gear, prayers, everything, like you'll do completely fine here. And the nice thing about this is, since it's near a bonus experience weekend right now, you make about 4 to 5 mil an hour just from the regular drops alone, because of all the water and earth talismans that they drop. You don't even need rare drops to make that great of money, and if you do, I mean, it can be upwards of 7 or 8 mil.